in my relationship with God was not the same. It wasn't that place I was. I didn't feel that joy. I didn't feel that happiness, that joy, that I just didn't feel it anymore. And so just navigating life was interesting. I moved jobs. At this point, my reality was looking like just the typical, I'll go to work, come back, and then I was still running my business, go to work, come back, and life was not that, it wasn't anything interesting in the way I've envisioned my life. And so 2020 came, and obviously we all know what happened in 2020. And so when 2020 came and we had to work from home, I was in heaven. I was happy. Now, I was not happy. I would have preferred it under different circumstances. And I can say that now because at the time I wasn't free to say that I was happy about being at home because everybody else was complaining. And I guess it was new for everybody else. But for me, I'd been in my lockdown, first in peak lockdown, the first lockdown, for like 6 weeks or even 2 months at a stretch, where it was just me in my world. And then even longer, up until 2020, I was still trying to navigate this new life that I didn't think was really what I wanted. But anyway, I was still trying to navigate things. So for me, when everybody else was complaining about lockdown, the truth is I was happy because at this time now, that means I had more time. So the commuting time, time I would usually spend commuting to work, I could spend chilling with God as I used to, because I really wanted to get to that point. I kept saying to God, like, I want to get to that place where I'm just reading the Bible and he's like really just speaking to me, and I really want to get there. But I guess I was forcing it. God is like, leave me alone when I'm ready. No. I was forcing it, and I didn't feel it still. But when 2020, when lockdown came, I wouldn't sit still. I started going for walks, and oh my goodness. So God is everywhere, guys, but God is outside. Oh, God is outside. Go and take that walk. God is outside. Anyway, so I'd go for a walk, and I would see the trees, the birds flying, and I'm like, oh, God, you're trying to say this. Oh, okay, I've heard. I'll see different things. Things are moving. A song will just come to my mind that I haven't heard in so long, but it will come and the words will be exactly what I was thinking. Interesting things. And I'm like, wow, okay, God, this is next levels, but I'm ready. And you have to remember that for me, getting to that place with God again, I did want to, but I was a bit scared because I didn't want to exhaust myself again. And I didn't want anybody to be scared around me, because even in that time of navigating life, I had moments when I'll cry so hard, the same way I cried, but I made sure I did it in my own space where nobody saw, because I didn't want to alarm anybody, and I didn't want anybody to say I was going mad, because I knew I wasn't. I knew it was just, it come from a deep place. But anyway, and so so I started taking walks. And I was getting back to that place, because now I'll read my Bible and I'll actually enjoy reading it. I'm not just reading it because before then I would just read it anyway, like just read it, even if I'll be reading halfway through and my mind would just wander, But now I was reading, I was like, oh God, it's starting to make sense again. And so that was happening, and I was still working from home and everything. And it came to the end of the year, and it was coming to the end of the year, and things were just, I was feeling a bit anxious. There was anxious. My situation at work wasn't the most pleasant in terms of my role at work, and things weren't the way I knew God had spoken to me about. And I just thought, you know what? I said, well, I'm gonna explore something else. And I came to the decision to take a career break from work, just to at least figure things out before I get back into the groove of things. And so I did. I did also because I had some studying to do, and so I started that. And in that time, before then, God was already prepping me, I believe. And that was actually in the period where he told me to write a book, and he gave me the title. He didn't give me the title, but he gave me the name Inflammation. The title I came up with my sister, but no, the name Inflammation, he gave it to me. He definitely did. And even the writing of the book, I'm not I'm not one to write really, because especially after everything that happened, even at work, before I sent an email, I would have to check with one of my colleagues to make sure grammatically, and there was an order to things. It wasn't scattered. It had a flow. So I wasn't one to, like, I'm not a writer. I would speak to you, but I'm not somebody that, my writing is just meh. It's not. I don't think I'm a writer. I didn't think I was a writer, but I guess God just said, okay, well, you need to write a book, and so I'll show you how. And he really did. Every day in the morning, I would wake up very, very early, and he would tell me what to write, how to write it, and he did. And and he did. And yeah, with both of us, I wrote the book and launched it very quickly in February. It wasn't easy, but God saw me through. I launched the book, and that's the book that you have here today. That's amazing. That will bless so many people, I believe. And so all of that happened. But yeah, I say all of that obviously to get to a point, because this is not about me. This is about, the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is, I think what I've come to realize with everything that's happened with me is that whenever you get an idea, like, you're on the beach somewhere, or you're walking somewhere, you get an idea, I don't think it's wishful thinking, no matter how lofty or how big it sounds. It's not wishful thinking, because why would God put something, like, why would God make you think of something if it's not something that he can help you accomplish? And so now I know that when you get an idea, it's not wishful thinking. And there's a place in the Bible that actually says, write the vision and make it plain. Yeah, so when you do get an idea, it would be nice to just, actually just write it down and stuff. But anyways, that's one of the things I've gotten from my story. Like, when you get an idea, it's not to torment you. It's to encourage you. It's to make you believe, like, to make you see what's possible. And I think this is something, and you have to believe that, because we don't all get the same ideas. Like, I speak to people. I'll use my sister, for instance. My sister says some interesting things. She says, I don't want to repeat it, but she says some stuff, and I look at her and I'm just rolling my eyes like, what land is she in? Like, she is in fantasy world every day of her life, and I look at her and I'm thinking, oh, get real. But I also have some ideas that when I say it, before it even comes out, she's like, you're being extreme, you're being extra. And I'm just like, okay, well. And I've come to realize that no, it's because obviously we all have different things to accomplish. We all have different things to do in this earth. And so when you get an idea, it's not so, yeah, and it's not to torment you. It's because you're meant to harness it. You're meant to work with it. You're meant to do something about it. Now, when the idea comes about, it's not up to you. Like, God is the creator of everything, and God is the creator of time. So time is not up to you when it happens, but if it happens, it's very much up to you. And I tell you why. Because God will never ever force you to do anything that you don't want to do, that you don't say yes to, that you don't move on with. It's just like losing weight. You want to lose weight, but you're eating everything in sight. I'm not sure how that would happen in that moment. Of course it can happen eventually, because yeah, it's a gradual process, right? So when you get an idea, it's not to torment you. It's definitely so you can work on it. And that's why sometimes when you do have an idea, be careful who you share it with as well. And no, feel free to share it with whoever you want to share it with, but be led as to who you would speak to about, because the truth is, because it's not something that they have gotten in, it's not something that it's not their idea. Sometimes they wouldn't understand how to speak to you about it, and that is so detrimental, because I've had ideas where I speak out and it gets met with opposition, and it's not encouraging. It's not. But these are the things that I've learned, and these are the things that I speak to my friends about, and I speak to the women around me, and I think, you know what, let's bring these ideas out, whatever it is. And I've realized that sometimes it can be a lonely space, because like I said, sometimes the ideas are quite wild, they're quite bigger than what we can even imagine, and so people wouldn't know how to speak to you in that moment. And some people would actually, instead of not knowing how to speak to you, they will actually tell you they'll tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. And I think it's important to create safe spaces where people can actually share their ideas, that deep, that one that's like just so specific and so random, like where did you get that from? And so that's why the mustard butterfly is here. It's here. If you've ever like dreamt of anything, you just have to believe that it's possible. You have to believe that it's possible, and it'll be wise to also now start implementing the things that might get you there. Might, because you don't know what will work in that sense. We don't know what the future holds, but the activities that can encourage or that can bring forth that vision, that idea. And so you start doing those things, and then along the way you also meet other people, because I don't think your idea is meant to be just done on your own. I do think there are meant to be people that will come together and support you, like women doing it together in different capacities, in different ways. And so that's why we're here. We're here to equip you with tools, tools from my story, tools from the story of other women, tools from the Bible, biblical principles that I've found to be so true for me and for the women that I speak to, and just for the women that will come on the platform. So we're here to share tools in a way that is it's not just airy fairy, like, oh, the Bible says. No, in a way that's real to you. The Bible says this, okay, what? How does it show me? Like, and it's not until you show, because there is an element of faith that is, you haven't seen it, but you believe. But even with that belief, there is an evidence of what you believe. And so that's why we're here, like, just to bring forth those stories, to bring forth those tools to share with you. And so welcome. I'm so excited for this journey. I know that it's going to bring so much healing. And another thing I would say as well is I think we have this opinion that the world is going to get really, really like bad, like all these bad things are happening, and it's going to get so bad, and that's it, and then the world's going to die. I mean, the world's going to come to an end. But I don't think so. I don't think so, because there's a prayer in the Bible, and it's the Lord's Prayer, and he says, our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And this is how I read my Bible. Like, it's English, right? You don't tell me as it is in heaven, it'll be on earth, but earth is not looking like heaven right now. And so for me, I think earth can look like heaven, but remember, like I said, God won't force it. He wants it, and he can do it. He well can, but he would not. And he's doing it for some people. Oh, I know people that are living in heaven, literally on earth, and me as well. Like, my world right now is heavenly. It's heavenly. It's that good. It's heavenly in the way that heaven will be. The way that the heaven, what I know of heaven. So I've experienced it. I'm living it right now, and so I think us seeing more of heaven on earth needs a lot more of us doing, and that's essentially what this platform, what this community, what this home is for. Doing things, dismantling, getting rid of things that we've believed for so long that has to be, you must go to, I'm going to even very, very loose example, I'm not discrediting this, but very loose example, like you must go to uni and you must study this and you must. Just clearing that out of the way and actually just approaching life from a, God, what are you saying? How do you want us to move forward way? And that's why we're here. That's why we're here. And why women? Women, because first of all, the truth is, I can't give what I don't have. I've only ever had female friends. I don't do male friends. I just don't. I just never have. Maybe guys never really found me attractive. I don't know. But I just don't have male friends. I have one or two, I think, that I still talk to. But yeah, I don't have male friends. And so most of my experiences are women. And I think women are I think we're very special people. I think there is so much that God wants women to do to change this world of his. And so that's why women. So how can you relate with us? You can, well, first of all, head over to our website and have a feel of the beauty that is the site. Have a feel of it, get to know who we are in a more concise manner in case you didn't get to listen to all of this. Get to know who we are in a concise manner. Just get a picture, get the vision in written form on our website. There's also we're going to have a blog part to the site as well, where again the whole point is to equip you with everything that you need for physical, spiritual and mental growth or mental health. So head over to our website. The blog will have, it would have different things. I can't tell you what, because I don't know what tomorrow holds, but it will have the tools that you need. It will have blog posts, and then you can also, there's also a section on the website that I actually really like. It's called Toolbox. And the Toolbox is one that obviously on your journey, on any journey you're on, you need a toolbox. You need tools. You need different tools for different things. And like I said, I have a relationship with God. My relationship with God. I know God. I know what some of his words says, but I'm not a Bible scholar. I'm not a theologian. I haven't studied this thing like that. So there are things that I know that I can't necessarily give you, but has helped me in my recovery. And these things are the things that you would find on the toolbox. And of course, with time, it would be other people's recommendations, your recommendations. Those are the things that you'll see on the toolbox. Things like, Bibles that helped me. There's a Bible on the toolbox called the Recovery Bible. Again, it's the things that, because I've dealt with like addictions, like food addiction and other things that will be revealed with time. So there's a Bible there that I use specifically for addictions, the addictions that I was dealing with. And then there is like there are challenges that we can do together, even as a community. There are devotionals that I used and I'm still using. Like there are devotionals that I've used for years that every day still speak to me. Like God is so detailed, guys. He's in the detail. He would literally give me a word. I'll open a devotional, see it there, open the next devotion. Like he's specific. He's intentional. He wants to speak to you in that way. But anyways, these tools are there. Of course, if you feel led to any of them, you have them available. You can go through our website to get to the source and find them there. So yeah, so feel free to use that page or that section of our site for all your spiritual guidance and mental as well. Just use it as you will. Pick whatever tool works for you. Try it out. If it doesn't work for you, put it back. Take another tool, try it out. If it doesn't work for you, put it back. Just think of it as a toolbox. That's what it is. Let it do its job. So that's that. And then we have, of course, our shop. And on our shop is where we will sell, we'll sell the things that we produce. So our services and products will be there. Of course, the first of all being the book. The second is a nutrition coaching program, which is a one-to-one offering, because there's something about proximity with these things, especially with matters to do with weight. From what I've come to realize, I think proximity is important, and also individuality as well, because everyone's different. Everyone's at different places. So there is a one-to-one nutrition coaching program on there that you can buy and come on. And yeah, we would love to engage, to equip, to just have you come into the community. Let's do life. Let's do life very well together. Essentially is what this is all about. And so yeah, let's heal together, let's grow together, let's learn from each other, let's support one another in these crazy ideas, with however way we can. And yeah, let's change this world. Let's get heaven on earth, baby. No, let's change. Let's get heaven on earth. Why not? I do believe it's possible. I think we can. I think we can overturn a lot of things. And so yeah, so welcome again. Please like and share and subscribe, please. Do everything you can on here, you know. Just share it with somebody that's in a state, you know, they're in that mental depressed maybe mode, that might need some cheering on, or just some love, real, like, intentional, personal, present love. Yeah, I'm gonna stop because I can go on and on and on, but it's so good to be here finally, and I will see you next time. See you next time. You can find me here every week. We will explore different themes. We would explore different aspects of our holistic health and well-being. So welcome to the Mustard Butterfly. All right, bye.
This is our story of hope. All that we lost in the garden, forever restored at the cross. Jesus, we come. It was love all along.